Hi, Dale. This is Per Nyberg from the class of 2006. I'm here in the studios of Swedish National Public Radio, about to host the Sunday morning political show. It starts in about 7.5 minutes. Anyway, I just wanted to say that I still to this day remember, of course, all of your classes, everything that you've taught us that I still use to this day. One thing, though, that I was never really able to get a grip on, is that Dale Van Cantfort radio voice. There's just nothing like it. Anyway, I still do my best, of course. Good to see you. Got to go. About to prepare the show. So enjoy retirement.
Man, it's been a minute. Sharon Davis here from class of 2007. Currently, I'm a senior learning specialist with the Great Home Depot. One thing I can say that I probably have learned from you a long time ago, I don't know if you remember this conversation, but I came to you and I said, I don't like my voice. I don't have that deep Dale Van Cantfort voice, and I didn't think I would do well with the radio show that I was doing at the time with Mindy Pfeiffer. But you said to me, it's not about how you sound. The way that you sound is authentic to who you are, and that doesn't make you less talented. The message definitely worked at that time, but I didn't realize just how deep of a message that was. But as I started to build a career, there were some things I learned from that message. To truly accept who I am and be authentic to that, everything else would kind of fall in place. So because of that realization, I've been able to truly ignite into a career that I absolutely love. So I just want to say thank you, Dale, for that message. It hit home and it has carried me very, very far in my life. So happy retirement, and I wish nothing but the best for you and your family. Thanks, DVC.
Hi, I'm Daniela Cintron, class of 2009. I am the content manager for Discover Atlanta, and I'm also a freelance writer and producer for publications like the Los Angeles Times, Oz Magazine, and a few others. DVC, I've learned so much from you. It's so hard to just come up with one thing because you have impacted my life since the day that I met you. You gave me an opportunity that would have changed my life. You came to my life and you taught me to believe in myself, and I have so many different instances where you really reminded me that who I am brings value to the industry. This is an industry where I thought I needed to be somebody different from who I really am in order to fit in, and you taught me that was not the case, that I had to show up as who I am. So thank you for teaching me that. It's something that I continue to come back to and that I continue to remind myself and put at the forefront. So thank you so much. I know I'm gonna keep bugging you.
Hi DVC, I'm Sandy Suda, class of 2009.
And I'm Tim Suda, class of 2009 also.
I am currently the marketing manager for Mountvale Mills.
And I currently work for the Red Cross as a volunteer engagement specialist.
One of the things that you taught me that has stuck with me forever is repetition works, repetition works, repetition works. And obviously it's something that has stuck with me because I've remembered it for the last 15 years, and it's something that I use in my own life as well as with my colleagues.
And one of the most important things that I've learned from you is that if there's something that you feel confident about, that you think is a good idea or that you think is the right way, to really stand behind it, to get other people to see what you're seeing, to not let it just sit quietly and unattended, but to really advocate for it and yourself.
Well, congratulations, DVC, on your retirement.
Congratulations.
Hi DVC, Lane Gresham here, class of 2010, Piedmont College, now University. Just wanted to send out a heartfelt thank you for all that you did to support me during my time as a non-traditional student at Piedmont. Your kindness and generosity does not go unappreciated. Now, you might wonder why I'm in a cemetery. No subliminal messaging here with your retirement. I just wanted to point out the value of community investment. That's something that you set as an example throughout your life, and it's something that you inspired in others. And so I'm here at the Old Clarksville Cemetery, which is where I've chosen to invest my community time. And I just want to thank you for inspiring me and for all that you did to show kindness to me and to my fellow students at Piedmont College, now University. Best wishes in your next season. I know you will not be still.
DVC, it's Luke, undergraduate class of 2010, and your first graduate assistant, graduate back in 2012. From being your first graduate assistant to now, with a loving wife and 2 wild, adventurous boys by my side, I owe it all to your guidance. As you bid adieu to the office chaos, may retirement bring you endless adventures with Tara and your beautiful family. You've been teacher, mentor, friend, father figure, and my life is truly better for having you in it. What you've done for me and the countless other students you have touched is a legacy. If I had to pick just one lesson you've taught me, it would have to be to always remain humble. You probably recall that you taught me this lesson early on during my freshman year after accepting my foolish challenge to a one-on-one basketball game where you held me scoreless for 3 straight games. Maybe now I stand a chance. Thank you for shaping not just my career, but my life's journey. Okay, now for the real star of this video and one of your favorite students.
Hi DVC, Sarah Story, undergrad class of 2014 here. But I just wanted to share that your influence in my life dates back to 2009 when we met for the first time. I was touring Piedmont to meet with the soccer coach, and I knew I had some kind of interest in media and the arts. And so I happened to walk on over to the building, and you just happened to be there. And I just remember that you had a very warm presence about you that was nicely balanced with a little bit of the wrath of God. And so I just remember leaving thinking, challenge accepted. I wanted the challenge that that program was going to bring, and I've never looked back on that decision. But one lesson that you taught me is honestly, when DVC talks about the future and gives you a little tidbit of information, take that and run with it. Because back in advertising and marketing, you mentioned to the class something along the lines of, if you can figure out how to successfully advertise online, like you've got the key to success. And I just didn't even realize at the time how profoundly that statement would play out in my life. But I am now the regional VP of digital sales for iHeartMedia. So you influenced the course of my career, the course that our family has taken, and we're forever grateful for that impact.
We love ya. Here's to the next chapter. May it be filled with love, laughter, and cherished moments with your loved ones.
Cheers.
Hi DVC, Rebecca here, class of 2012 and your graduate assistant until 2014. I want to say thank you for everything you've done for me because I wouldn't be where I am today without you. I am currently the owner of my own business, Rebecca Lee Designs, where I help all my clients with a variety of communications, marketing, and graphic design. One of my favorite lessons you taught me while I was at Piedmont was what can go wrong will go wrong, aka one of Murphy's Laws. I work really hard every day to anticipate my clients' needs, so hopefully we can avoid any kind of chaos or panic. Another lesson you taught me was feedback is so important and it's okay to ask. To ask a teacher, a professor, or a client. Feedback only helps you learn, grow, and see other perspectives. I truly wouldn't be where I am today without you, so thank you. I'm so glad that I transferred to Piedmont to be able to be taught by a legend. I'm so thankful for your life lessons and your support through the years. I want to wish you a congratulations on your retirement that has finally arrived. Thanks, DVC.
I'm Danielle, class of 2013, and I am a former radio news producer. DVC, you have taught me so many things in life that it is hard to keep track. Though there is one thing I remember learning from you, and that is to always use the Neil Diamond version of Sweet Caroline, because I will never forget nor forgive you for docking points off my grade that one time in radio. I also remember learning from you that your wife makes a great apple pie. Now, as far as career advice goes, I remember learning from you that it's okay to take a breath. whether that's talking on the radio or just in life in general. It's okay to slow down and just breathe. Oh, and to stay away from the verbal crutches. Thank you so much, DVC. Love always. Your favorite.
Hey DVC, Joel Silverberg, class of 2014. I'm currently the midday producer at 99.1, the sports animal, the flagship station of the Tennessee Vols, and the play-by-play announcer for the Knoxville Ice Bears professional hockey team. There were so many things that you taught me during my 4 years at Piedmont, but what really stands out is how significant prep work is in everything that we do. It's the biggest reason that I've been able to stay in sports broadcasting for the 10 years since I graduated from Piedmont. And when I think back on my favorite moments from my broadcasting career, whether it was an interview or a game that I called or a radio show that I hosted, all of those moments were preceded by hours of prep work and getting ready for that show, for that interview, for that game. And it's made a big difference in my career. So thank you again for everything.
Hey DVC, it's me, your favorite student of all time, I hope. My name is Jessie Owensby and I'm the class of 2015. I just wanted to say that I don't believe you're actually going to retire because you've been saying that for 10 years and you haven't done it yet. So the day that you leave Piedmont and you actually don't come back is the day that I will believe that you've actually retired. Currently, I am the Community Development Director for the City of Cornelia, which means that I manage and direct economic development, city planning, zoning administration, tourism, marketing, public relations for the city. And I use every class that I ever took at Piedmont every single day in my degree. So if you have students, by the way, students, if you've never thought about having a job in government because you're mass comm, please give it some thought and some consideration. I actually learned about working for the government in mass comm in our public relations class when DVC was talking about tourism and tourism marketing and how you can actually work for tourism and make pretty good money. That is actually true. Tourism is the largest industry in Georgia right now, especially film. So it's pretty easy to be mass comm and also work for the government, and it's pretty amazing to be a public servant. Anyway, I'm getting off my soapbox. Now I'm supposed to talk about lessons that I have learned from you. Those are endless. The one that sticks out to me the most that I use every day in my job is to plan your work and work your plan. That's your catchphrase, and it really, really stuck with me. My entire career, I have been doing that. And because I did that, I became really good at planning. And so now I'm actually the city planner, and it is my job to plan the work of the city and to implement that and work my plan. And so I really appreciate that. That is one thing that will never leave me. It's ingrained into my brain and my soul. And every time I say it, I think of you. I actually teach leadership development classes where I talk about you and working your plan. I have a women's professionals group where I talk about you and working your plan and how helpful that is in your career. And so that's just one of the many, many, many lessons that I've taken from you and learned from you. Other lessons, you know, are very special to me. Things that you have done for me and my family and the impact that you've made on my life. You've changed my life and my family's life, and if it weren't for you, that wouldn't have happened. You know what you've done for us, and we are forever grateful for that. I will always look up to you. I will always respect you. And I am so appreciative of the impact that you've made, not just on my life and my family's life, but I know that every student who graduates from your program learns something from you. Either a life skill, something about mass communications, or just in general how to be a good person, how to act. And yes, it's funny that I say that because you know how I be acting. But I do very much appreciate you. I will never be able to thank you enough or pay you back or any of those things for the things that you've done for us. I have learned so much from you. You will always be a mentor to me. I will always reach out to you when I need you, and I know that you don't want me to, but I don't care. If I have a question, you're going to be the one I call. Always are. And you just have to deal with it because you're such a wonderful professor and such a great guy. You're just going to have to get over it. So, sorry. I know that you live in Athens now, but I can find you because I work for the government. So, sorry, Miss Tara. That was another lesson that you taught me, actually, marriage and how to be good at it. Basically, I get Mike to do everything I say like you do for Miss Tara. And so, thanks, Miss Tara. That really taught me a lot. Just kidding. I'm leaving now. I really appreciate you. Love you so much. I love your family. I love you all, and I appreciate you. Happy retirement, buddy.
Hi, DVC. My name is Manye Eno, class of 2016. Currently, I am a program administrator at Denver International Airport, working in the fleet department in beautiful Colorado. DVC, one lesson that you taught me is to never believe I am not enough. After graduating Piedmont and launching out into the world, I had a fear of going into the job market and not being able to use the skills that I gained at Piedmont. And literally every single job I have worked after I graduated, I have used my degree to some extent. From helping make training videos, writing scripts, recording voiceovers, creating graphic documents, almost every class I took, I used in my jobs. And every time I felt like I couldn't do something, I remembered I graduated from Piedmont College, specifically with a mass communications degree, and under one of the best professors I have ever known. Thank you, DVC, for believing in me, because you taught me to believe in myself. And I hope that now that you are officially retiring, that you get to go to all of the UGA games that you want. Not like you don't already, but even more now, because you can do whatever you want. You are retired, and I'm really and truly happy for you. And hi, Miss Tara. Much love, and thank you, DVC.
Hi, DVC. I'm Lauren White, class of 2017. Currently, I work at Jackson EMC on our public relations and communication team. One thing I will always remember that you taught us was how to analyze Super Bowl commercials. So I don't know if you're still hosting those awesome parties, but I'm very glad that we got to be a part of it. Every year when I watch the Super Bowl, I think about you and Miss Tara and everything you taught us about advertising. So thanks, DVC.
Hey DVC, it's Justin Valley Joe, class of 2018. Congratulations on your well-deserved retirement. Currently, I am a public information officer for the city of Daytona Beach. And one thing that you taught me at Piedmont that I carry out every single day at my job is just to be ethical and to do things the right way. It's a huge reason why I am where I am today in my career, and it's very important to me working in city government. And sometimes, even though it wasn't the most fun to look forward to in communications, law, and ethics, it was a huge reason why I am where I am today. And so again, thank you for everything you taught us and taught me my 4 years at Piedmont, and congratulations on your well-deserved retirement.
Hi DVC, I'm Olivia Randall, formerly Morley, class of 2019. I'm currently the Public Relations Coordinator for the UGA Office of Research. one lesson you taught me that I'll never forget is to always be prepared for a curveball. I started my first job as a journalist in October 2019, and about 6 months later, a pandemic came that shook the world, and it was probably the biggest curveball I could have expected for my first year as a journalist. But because of you and Murphy's Law, I was able to bring the best I can to the table and just adapt to a very fluid situation, as we often called it during that time. Congratulations on your retirement. You have been such an integral part of the Piedmont Mass Comm community, and I know we will be very missed, and we are so happy for you. If you're ever in Athens, I'd love to see you. I work just down the road from one of your favorite places, Sanford Stadium. So congratulations again, and happy retirement.
Hey there, my name is Marion Globe, class of 2020, and I currently work for Amplified Digital Agency as the Senior Account Manager of Midwest Express Clinic. And the most important thing DVC has ever taught me is this idea that we should never stop learning. We should never stop growing. We should never stop improving. The first DVC class that I took was Radio 1, and I honestly took it because I had a friend taking it, and I was thinking, oh, this will be an easy A. This was before I ever even claimed mass communications as a major. And it got to the week where I was the host of the show, and everything that could go wrong did go wrong. That's also something that he taught me. But it was awful. And at the end of the show, he would bring in these pieces of paper that had our grade on it and some commentary, and mine reflected how poorly the show had gone. And he looked at me dead in the eye and he said, you know what? I can lead a horse to water, but I cannot make it drink. And he just lit a fire in me that day. And I was like, you know what? I am not going to let this best me. And we worked really hard as a group that semester. And poetically, I had the last show and we hit our mark and went really well. There's a picture of me cheering in the studio, and he handed me a different piece of paper. And I keep both of those pieces of paper tucked into my diploma because it goes back to this idea of it's okay to try new things and be bad at them, but we should never stop learning. We should never stop growing. We should never stop improving. And I've told this story in interviews. I've told it to my colleagues because I feel like DVC really did instill in me this idea that we're a lifetime student. We should always be learning and trying to improve ourselves. And he was like this with all of his students. He had a standard of excellence. He saw our potential. He did not take our excuses, and he would push us, and he believed in us, and he gave us the tools to succeed. And it's because of how hard he pushed me and the way he advocated for me that has ultimately led to where I am today. And I owe a lot to him. And I think often of all of the lessons that he taught me. So I just want to say happy retirement, DVC. You deserve it, and I wish you so much happiness in this next season of life.
Hey DVC, it's Zach Swindell, class of 2021. I'm actually currently an IT recruiter, and I still think about it to this day is keep it simple, stupid. You always said all the time, but it's a good way to bring it into my job now. Just go for it, don't do too much, and everything will work out. Congrats on your semi-retirement. All the best to you. See ya.
Hi, my name is Anna Watson. I graduated class of 2022. I am now the marketing coordinator at France Media Inc. And DVC, first off, congratulations on your retirement. You deserve it, and I hope you really enjoy it. I would not be in the position I'm in today if it were not for you, your advertising class, and your capstone class, where you piqued my interest with advertising for sure, and just what brands have done in the past and how they can be so memorable, and for giving us the opportunity to go and work with a local company and be able to really see what it was like. Similarly, in the capstone class, you really prepared me and showed me that you gotta come ready to go. You gotta make sure you've done everything that you can to be as ready as possible. And it's helped a lot in the real world, for sure. So thank you so much, and enjoy your retirement.
Hey, DVC, it's Brett Loftus here, class of 2022. Just watching the Atlanta Braves on a wonderful evening here in Bismarck, North Dakota, where I work for Beck Sports as a play-by-play sports broadcaster, and that is in large part due to DVC. No, not because he told me to move to North Dakota, but because of the wisdom and the stories and the lessons that he bestowed upon me. I've had the opportunity to have this great job now for almost 2 years since I've left Piedmont, and again, DVC is the reason because of that. There's not a day that bypasses that I don't think about Murphy's Law, or I don't tell a story to a coworker or an acquaintance, or some kind of piece of wisdom passes by that I don't think about DVC. Dr. Dale Van Cantfort has been the single most important person in my young career, and again, without him, I don't know where I'd be. I still lean on him for advice. In DVC, I am so happy that you're taking the time, and I hope you and Miss Tara have a wonderful semi-retirement. I know you can't stay away from teaching long. DVC, happy semi-retirement, and again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for everything you've done for all of us, and me specifically. Don't know where I would be, and again, congratulations on your wonderful, wonderful career.
Hey DVC, I am Aaron Palmer, class of 2023. I'm currently a visual storyteller for Channel 13 WMAZ down in Macon. And one of the lessons, well, there's a lot of lessons that you taught me. One of those that we always heard about that you insisted on telling us is the first reason, or the main reason why college graduates get fired from their first jobs is because they can't follow directions. And that's something I took with me for a long time throughout college, through all our classes together. And then when I finally did reach my first job, that was always in the back of my mind, always thinking, I don't want to get fired from my first job. And taking all the lessons that you taught me, just putting those together and keeping all the stuff I learned in mind while working was able to help me be successful. And I've actually gained a promotion within under a year, and I'm moving on to my next market. So I'll be moving to Knoxville, Tennessee, where I'll be working for 10 WBIR and covering everything up there. So I'm really thankful for everything you've done for me, DVC, and happy retirement.
Hello DVC, Connor Creedon here, class of 2023, and I'm currently employed as a regional sales assistant at WEAR News in Pensacola, Florida. One of the biggest lessons you taught me, DVC, was speaking with confidence and delivering my message with poise. It's gotten me some good places in the job field, and I'm hoping to keep on growing with it. Thanks for all you've done, DVC, and have a great retirement.
Hi DVC, I'm Madison Gott from class of 2023, and I currently work for 107.7 The Breeze on the morning show for WCON, having a blast. And one thing that you taught me that I will never ever forget, say it with me, anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Now I'm just kidding. Besides Murphy, you taught me that radio has a big bright future, and despite technology changing and the world changing, it'll always be there changing right beside it, and I can be a big part of it as well. Thank you for pushing all of us, including me, to be the best we can in the media, and I can't believe that you're retiring. Thank you, thank you, thank you, DVC.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Arbeiter. I taught in the Mass Communications Department at Piedmont College from 2005 to 2018. And I honestly don't know why I'm making this video, because DVC and I both know he's never going to really retire. But just in case, I wanted to tell him thanks, because he was a great mentor, not only to our students, but also to me personally. He gave me some of the best advice I've ever received from any boss that I still use every day, and I really appreciate it. And I also want to say thank you for the times I know you had my back, and also for the times you had my back and I probably don't know anything about it. Thanks, DVC.